92.3 Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Good morning. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. On the Punch newspaper, police, Obi of Lagos admits installation was fraud scheme. 5.6 trillion naira debt. Energy crisis looms as gas firms cut supply. Oh my goodness. So possibly that's what's responsible for the collapse of the grid. I'm just saying, I'm not sure. But if there's no gas supply, I mean, then how do Gencos generate, and how do we keep the grid up if there's a problem with gas, which we've always had? So clearly there's something that says, well, the problem we're having with the grid is gas. Well, that's just speculation when you look at what we've usually seen in that sector. Meanwhile, some parts of Port Harcourt have power. I think that would be credited to the, private generation plants, that the power generation plants that are working and feeding parts of the states. INEC shortlist 14 new party applicants, disqualifies 157. Nupeng Dangote clash as tanker drivers deal collapses again. Court summons Mark others over ADC leadership tussle. I thought INEC have identified who they are working with. So why is the court summoning them? Except somebody from the party is headed to court. Well, get on the Punch and find out the details. The numbers to call are 0817 923 0007, 0817 923 0007, and call 08 923 0002, 0817 923 0002. All right, let's take some of your calls, and don't forget to join the conversation on social media. It is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH on Facebook. All right, very easy. Get on Facebook, then you search Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. The page comes up. Like the page, you scroll down, you find the live stream. Like, drop your comments. Make sure the comments are short, and don't forget to click on the share button. Very important as well. If you want to send in a WhatsApp message, the number is 0809 030 6416. Again, WhatsApp message, the number is 0809 030 6416. Ida from Nkoro says the sole administrator of the state should please come and give account of a 5-month allocation, because we don't see any projects done by IBAS, and we, the good people of Nkoro Kingdom and Pobo Nkoro Government, are ready with our culture play and masquerade to receive our golden governor. While we're asking the state administrator to give record, what about your local government administrators? You all just voted local government chairman, and all of us are happy. Many of us, I can't say all of us, many people are happy with the leaders that they got as elected as chairman. Shouldn't you also be asking them to give you an account of how the council administrators used the monies that came to the local government? I'm just saying. I mean, if we want to do it, it should be holistic, don't you think? Owanate Clinton West says, clerics worry about insecurity and bad government. This is not far from the truth. Security situation is disturbing, and elective positions should be made on a part-time thing. Clinton West, you sent that one in. Nupeng should allow Dangote trucks deliver directly petroleum products to people in order to ease our sufferings. I think if all the refineries were working optimally, we would not have this problem. Because what it would simply mean is, if you are not going to do Dangote's own, go and collect from Port Harcourt own, or get from Kaduna own, or get from Warri own. Because for those ones, because now the fear is you might put some of these middlemen out of business. In fact, no, the way Dangote is going, the middlemen will be out of business. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing because, people, it's a business for people. All right, they make money from this. But if Dangote chooses to say, we have the CNG trucks, we get the drivers, we load and we transport it directly to the filling station, it means whoever is in that trucking business in the middle, you've been cut off. So then you would understand why we have this to some degree. But then if there's a Port Harcourt refinery that is working, these guys can also be getting products and doing their trucking, delivering from Port Harcourt refinery or from the Warri refinery. But my worry is how come Nupeng have been there and the Port Harcourt refinery we have been seeing this boju, sorry to use that word, or willy, if I may. And they have not been all this, we are protesting, we are striking, why didn't they do all of that? Just the refinery were told that started running, even when the road was not done. Oh, and then they came back and gave us another story. Now we are hearing that it's because of the years of rot. That's why the refinery has problem. Oh, now we are hearing that over 7 billion or more been spent by the Mele Kyari. We have not even talked about before that time. And we have Nupeng there. How come they did not shut down or down tools to protest that the refinery must work, otherwise they're not starting work? Susie Nerema, let's start with you. 0817-923-0007. 0817-923-0002 are the numbers to call. Good morning, Susie.
Morning. I'm asking the governor to approve the emergency rule. Well, that is his opinion, but I also believe that will be a suicide mission. Because I don't even want to drag the governor into this because it is Nnamdi Kulo's position. Because if not, I would have been asking. People want to scrutinize all the government from ab initio. 2024 budget, we're still raising eyebrows to that effect. And then this thing, we have also agreed that peace has returned. So asking the governor when he resumes office to begin to scrutinize the state of emergency will be like asking the governor to go and scrutinize the president and the minister and all of you. Then on the issue of the 5 billion naira saved by the special administrator, and then the secretary saying that they did not employ secretly. Ifiemi, right now I am at the Civic Center, Port Harcourt here. One of the things, and some of the things that the civil service were asked to come with in this particular verification is the BVN and the account number, among other things like promotion letters and all of that. So one of the things they have also discovered in contradiction is that sometimes when they are loading into this verification, they discover that the account number and then the BVN did not actually match together. It is from this extent, I, from my own assumption, discovered that this is how they were able to raise 5 billion because there were some workers who did not even got that legitimate employment. Yeah, they're looking for employment. That is the way it is. So for anybody to say, how did he do it, what and how, even if you come to this place, you will see the contradiction yourself. I'm a decision that I came with my mom.
Okay.
She slept in my house and all of that. And for those chiefs in Ahoda who are asking why they want to remove a chief and talking about fetishism and all of that, is fetishism not part of African tradition? When you're using fetishism as a measure to removing a chief who has been given position, I don't know the chief who is equal, but at least my problem here is why you question fetishism in African tradition.
All right, Susie, thank you. Leighton Barry, good morning.
Good morning, Ifiemi Andrew.
Yep.
Yeah, let me look at where court stopped INEC from recognizing David Mark and Rebel Shula leadership of the ADC. I think I see more rampage on this party, this ADC party, because this is the beginning of what the president made mention of, that in 6 months' time, they will be nowhere to be found. I think it has started now, and they should know that there is no light in this side of the ADC. Then secondly, federal government has, I think, stopped the 5% on data calls and all that. I think it's a welcome development by the president. And I know that the president I know before I voted knows the yearnings and aspirations of the people, and have been able to listen by removing this 5%, which is the important part of the role people play in this country, is about communication, and he has heard it and has been able to, stop this 5% on the data and calls. I think is a welcome development. Then finally, those CLO calling on the governor, the suspended governor, to start, investigation on how much spent. I think this is too early. I want to call their attention that they've started again. They should allow this man take over leadership and focus on governance, and not to start bringing, issues or insinuations that will cause, chaos again, and make people begin to, look at the governor as if he's having another package behind why he's governing the people, and begin to create problem between him and his. I want to.
Thank you, Litambari. Blessed. Good morning.
Ifiemi Andrew.
All right, blessed.
I want CLO says that Governor Mbara, so far he resumed office, is to tell a panel when he said to look into the emergency relief state. If some of us know the truth, the state agency rule is an illegal, and besides, the IBAD, this soul and dresser, is appointing upon illegal every day by day. Imagine that just how many days ago, he said he recovered 5 billion naira from ghost worker during the verification of civil servants. My brother, you want to get good name before you leave the office. You don't know, not give you good name. I have somebody who is a lecturer at Elechama Polytechnic. See now, he just never salary, and you say that you see many civil servants like other places never receive their salaries. You want to get good name, say that you secure 5 billion naira from ghost workers. Who are those ghost workers? Have you somebody say lecturer and that I Polytechnic Amadi, did they receive salary? You say you secure 5 billion naira. The answer is no. IBAS, they need to probe it very well, because do and undo in Rita State. After say that, pertaining the NUPEN and Dangote is lack of discipline. Nigeria don't have discipline. What it can be the part of the government that telling NUPEN to do something against the Dangote, so that the refinery will not get aid as refinery doesn't have aid. Why can't protest where they say the refinery of River State, Kaduna,
all right, blessed.
Delta have started work?
Thank you.
But nothing like that.
Gift. Good morning.
Good morning, Ifiemi Andrew.
All right, good morning to you.
Let me talk about the summoning by court, ADC political party. You know, you did not relax in your party to build your party. You decided now to go and show your muscle in another man's party. I think Ibe Kashuku, the former presidential candidate 2023, and one nephew from Gombe State, a lot of persons. I think the only House of Rep member from Kogi State too, they want him like that. They are all in court. You cannot leave your party, either Labour Party, APC, PDP, to go and hijack another man's party. They will challenge you. That is the meaning of the summoning. 15th of this very month, they will appear in court. And the judge is saying, come and show cause why will not send you packing out of this ADC. You've not registered, but you are the interim national chairman, secretary. You cannot even put your own APC, Aribeshola, in order. You cannot put PDP, David Mark, in order. These persons are jokers. These are the ones that are telling people who want to rescue Nigeria. When you cannot rescue yourself and your political party, then coming to the verification issue, I laugh each time I hear these things. Go and do verification so that we'll know whether you're a ghost worker or not ghost worker. People are crying foul. Then what about the people who are shouting probe, these CNU or CSUs? I laugh at them as well. Look at what they are calling for, but the illegal chairmen that Supreme Court sacked. Did you hear them one day coming out to say probe those guys? To them as criminals. You will not
Gift, you cannot. You would be faulted.
No, they were never recognized.
Gift, you will be that you still cannot refer to them as criminals. You will be faulted.
I want to put it to you. Do you know that?
I'm putting it to you too that you'll be faulted. So first, you can't call them criminals. So correct that before you move on.
From you, please, you were not elected. Nobody recognized.
Gift, correct that you will not. They did not elect themselves into office. So you cannot say that they are criminals. Gift.
You were never elected. So how do you call that?
Lugard from Ichie, good morning. If you're not going to want to listen to me, Lugard, good morning.
Andrew, greetings from Ichie to you.
You're welcome.
Lugama, my brother, a stakeholder in Ichie, telling the chairman-elect to please make sure that he fix some roads in Ichie. My brother, one thing I love in the government of this streamer, in as much as I am not a supporter, I have never one day believed that this government is going to stay because of the process that brought them in. But I want to say that, first of all, he started well by making sure he aligned with the media. All his appointments was about the media.
You have to keep it short, Lugard. We don't have time, and we already have a few seconds to go. You're beating around the bush.
Him that, as a matter of urgency, before they will be hosted out.
So unfortunately, my friend Lugard, we have to interrupt you there. We have a commercial coming. And so I was also trying to correct Gift. You can't say that they are criminals. Now, okay, let's look at it this way. The Supreme Court has eventually said that CTC is illegal. Does that mean that we will say anybody who was a CTC chairman in Rivers State is a criminal? We can't say that. Yes, the court has now described the act as illegal, but it doesn't make those people who occupied that position at the time criminals, because at the time that they got in there, there was nothing that had said that they were illegal or that they shouldn't be there. So let's just mind how we control our emotions and mind the language we use. If somebody comes in now as CTC, or wants to come in as CTC, you can say, well, this act is criminal because there's a judgment that has said you can't. But where the judgment of the court has said, oh, CTC, now we can't have CTC in any local government, it does not mean you go back and call all the CTCs before criminals. We'll take a commercial now. Business News follows. Good morning.
2025 INC Zonal Election Eastern Zone.